Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Watchman's Hour with me, Roshan Malwani. Goodness me, you wondered if people were watching. People are watching. We have made reverberations around the local community this week. When people jump on my live stream, they say, oh my goodness, and they've been saying this for 6 years, 500,000 followers, how come only so few people here on the live stream? And I always say, just like with all my videos, you know what I mean? I'm going to drop a video. I'm not going to get 500,000 views in a second, okay? I'm going to be on a live stream. People may not tune into the live stream, but my live streams are recorded. And just like my videos, the drip up is immense. And just like my videos, the live stream garners a lot of attention, a lot of viewers. I have a lot of different types of viewers. You know what I mean? The general public who are not approving of me or whatever, or general public who are swayed by me, only think it's like the young Chinese boy content, you know what I'm saying? But it absolutely isn't. My content is so broad. People out there know so much about me, and it is incredible, and it's my commitment to transparency to you guys always. Now, whilst I have you, help me to like and share the live, and yes, so many people have been watching the Watchman's Hour, so much so that we made reverberations around town. Joe, I'm great. I'm going to stay with me. I'm going to talk a lot. This is my podcast, and I am going to basically answer your questions at the end of the stream. But yes, we hit it big this week. How many of you are watching the shorts that the production company in London approached me, that the production company in London that approached me and asked me to build the Watchman Hour are now putting out? Are you watching the shorts? Are you enjoying it? You know, today, I believe, will be our most viewed show ever, okay? And I'm going to talk about a broad range of things, all right? And as I said again, help me to like and share the live, all right? Let's get the numbers out. Lots of controversy in Hong Kong about the truth, okay? Lots of controversy in Hong Kong about the truth. What does that even mean? People can't handle the truth. And the cowards who herd together like cows, the cowards that herd together like cows, can't handle it either. I am not an angry person, okay? Believe me. My rants are not angry. They're passionate. So maybe when you watch the shorts, I come across an angry person, but I'm not an angry person. I'm responding to what is out there domestically, okay? And I'm responding to what is out there about me. And I never did this, right? I never spent time. I put out videos about my family, my government service, my community service, my vacations, live streams with my clients, videos of my clients, anything and everything that I'm doing. But this is my podcast, right? And this is the first time I've had the chance actually to reply to people about stuff. And I take it upon myself to talk to people about Hong Kong and quell their misgivings, okay? We have made reverberations around town. And we know, and when I say we, I mean me, okay? And I mean our community, the Watchman's Hour community. We are a community, okay? The more you join us, the more you join me, the more you engage with me, we become a community, okay? And we have made reverberations around town. And we now know for sure Hong Kong is watching, okay? So that's landmark number one, and hence stay with me and continue to like and share the live, all right? And the hate mongers are out there in full force. We know they have been watching and have been waiting for something they can jump on. We know that the hate mongers in Hong Kong have been watching, and they've been waiting for something to jump on. Someone very close to me reached out to me and told me that I am spiraling. That for apparently every 5 fans that I may garner or I'm gaining, I'm losing 1,000 customers, okay? And that is utter nonsense. The 1,000 customers that I'm supposedly losing after saying anything inflammatory have not bought a suit from me, did not plan to buy a suit from me, and there's 8 billion people in the world, okay? And I honestly don't, like I said to you, no matter what I do, bro, right? No matter what I do, it is impossible that it's not a 50-50 thing. I've been saying that for years, right? 50% of people are going to enjoy it, accept it, come to me, and 50% of people are going to fucking hate me, okay? That's part of life. That's the Cristiano and Messi conundrum. That's basically it, and that's how it works. So no matter what people think, I am not spiraling in any ways, okay? Let me tell you something. Yesterday, morning, I worked with a Australian person who was born and raised in Hong Kong. He's white as white. He left Hong Kong in between for further study and work, and he returned to Hong Kong to make it his home. And now he's a professional here. His wife is a professional, and they have 2 children, okay? And he bought 2 suits from me, a business suit and a racing suit, okay? And then in the afternoon, I worked with 2 Chinese guys. Both have foreign influence. One is born in Canada and now he's relocated to Hong Kong. One is born in Hong Kong and foreign influence before returning to Hong Kong and stuff. And they bought a suit from each. And in between, a woman from New Zealand, a woman who is a superstar's daughter, Sean Fitzpatrick, one of the legendary All Blacks, okay, of New Zealand, okay, came in to buy a blazer from me, and she brought her friend that she's working with here in Hong Kong, and he bought a suit from me. So I'm not spiraling, okay? I'm not spiraling. I'm trying to lay a foundation here. Okay, and in order to lay a foundation, you have to, try different things and then smooth things out, all right? So there's no chance that for every 5 fans I'm getting, I'm losing 1,000 customers. What are your thoughts about that? You tell me, okay? Do you actually think I'm spiraling? I very rarely throw this back to the audience and stuff. And this is a person who's very close to me, and she's a woman, and I don't talk to her much anymore. I used to talk to her a lot before and stuff. It's all about package hate and so forth. And she just, she separated her away from me. We're very close for a long time, but she just couldn't handle the my social media presence. It's not that she didn't like what I was saying. She didn't like what her community was saying about me. Okay, and that was more important to her. Okay, it was more important to her that yes, I'm spitting facts, but I'm just too aggressive. And I shouldn't be saying this on the airwaves, right? Well, if people don't want to watch it, they can tune off. And if people are watching it, even better. And I've always been saying, bro, my drip up. Forget about if my video drops, that there's only 1,000 views. In a few days, it will be 90,000, okay? And forget about the fact that we've got 19 here on Instagram and 46 on TikTok and 2 on YouTube. By the time the video posts and it's being watched all week, the drip will drip up, okay? People will watch, and I made reverberations around town. You mean, should I talk about the fan public random reach out over the week? Oh my goodness, it has been immense, okay? The fan public random reach out of the week has been immense, both in DMs from randoms that I have no idea, DMs from fucking customers, okay, and DMs from fans saying, bro, we are loving this new talking heads thing that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're watching, and the shorts help so much. And so many people that I've never ever met before in my life and haven't bought a suit from me message me, dear sir, dear Roshan, dear Mr. Mawani, can I ask you, I have a young child and I'm thinking what education path I should put them in. These are the same sort of questions when people ask me about diet, and same sort of questions when people ask me about workout, and same sort of questions when people ask me about business, okay? And the stock market, and the list goes on. And I always say, I'm not a professional. So I tell this person, I'm not an education professional. My children are much older than yours. Before I put my children into school, I looked at many different schools, and you should do that as well. I'm only talking about my experiences, okay? But you should go and make your own investigations. And I tell people that about diet. I say, listen, I can tell you what I eat, but it's not really good for you. You know what I mean? I'm not doing the best things. I'm not eating, a shitload of vegetables and a shitload of fruit and a bit of carbs, it's that. You know what I mean? I'm just like, either go crazy protein and low cal when I'm feeling fat, and then, crazy eat like an asshole on the weekend. So I'm not a nutritionist. I only tell you what I do, but don't do what I do, okay? And when it comes to workouts, I work out fucking hard and fucking crazy, okay? Like a motherfucker. So I tell people, talk to a professional. Same thing with education. Talk to a professional. Stick to your stock market. Talk to the professional. I'm not a professional. But just know that Hong Kong is watching. So let's continue to give them a great show. Help me to like and share the live, post your comments, tell Hong Kong, hey, this guy is the man, no matter what, because it's the fucking truth, okay? I'm walking to Central on Friday, and a customer grabs me, and we walk together, and then I'm popping to another customer, and then the random grabs me, and then I'm walking back from my appointment, and then another Chinese guy grabs me, and then there was one more person, I don't know if it's in the train or outside the train, so it was 5 randoms, okay? Customers or not, right? And I felt fucking great, and I was like, hey, okay, maybe those are the 5 fans. And 1,000 people are not going to buy from me. I've lost 1,000 clients. We lost 1,000 potential clients, right? Okay, but hey, I felt great. 5 fans, 5 suit buyers. I'm okay, man. You can only eat one thing at a time. You can't eat a whole building. You know what I'm saying? I've been told that I'm in jeopardy of losing potentially my government appointment. But people who don't have this is by people who don't have a toenail, okay? A toenail in government. Just remember, if you want to be somebody, you've got to make things happen. You can't live in fear. I got to where I am being the way I am and stuff. And if I don't climb further, it's okay. At least I made it where I am right now. But I hardly think that the government will toss me because I use the F word a lot, okay? All I do is protect the government. All I do is tell the truth. I tell the truth about people who hate my city. I tell the truth about people who bitch about my city. I tell the truth about people who don't defend my city. I tell the truth with people who make up bullshit about my city because that's what they feel, but it's not real, okay? So if you want to screen record something, screen record that and pump the fuck out of that. I love my fucking city. I'm a patriot. I believe in power and proximity. I don't want to clean up my language. I want to speak the way I want to speak. Okay, I don't think the F word makes people take me less seriously. I don't think I've said the F word yesterday. We'll try not to say the F word the whole time today, but I can't guarantee that. Okay, the public everywhere are always giving large corporations tax breaks. Okay, the public everywhere, are always against giving large corporations tax breaks and privileges. When they add so much, these large corporations, hey, how are you? Sorry, come on in. Have an introduction. Watchman's Hour, may I present somebody to you? Could you introduce yourself to the Watchman's Hour, quickly?
My name is Riyadh.
And who are you? Could you be loud and fast?
I'm your son.
Okay, great stuff. And a lot of people always ask what your age is.
I'm 13.
Great stuff. And are you more handsome than me or am I more handsome?
Me.
Great stuff, go. Everybody asks who is the mother of my children. I wonder if she wants to, if her makeup is done. Would you like to introduce yourself? Come.
You told me last time.
Can you please, guys, hurry up? Jesus. Okay, I don't have fucking... See, this is what I mean, you know what I mean? This is where the F word comes. This is... Who are you?
I'm Saloni.
And who are you?
I'm your wife, mother of your children.
Great stuff. Are you still in love with me?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure?
Yeah.
After all these years?
Yeah, I think so.
Am I an asshole?
Are you doubting me?
No, I'm not doubting you. I'm being honest with you, okay? See, like, am I an asshole?
Sometimes.
Yes, I am, right? Okay. Am I misjudged completely? Number
Yes,
one.
Many,
Okay.
many times.
Am I misjudged completely on purpose when people know the facts that I'm spitting?
Yes, that happens almost always.
We've been together how long now?
Many years.
About?
Like 25 years.
26 years together.
26.
And since I broke out in social media, maybe a decade ago, and the airwaves was full of me, right? I could let you speak away, but I'm just going to ask the question since you're
Okay.
unprepared. Have people who've known the truth about exactly what I'm saying purposely screen recorded and misconstrued this truth and posted it around?
Yes, they have.
They do that all the time.
All the time.
Okay. Have I not been a community leader of the highest order always?
Yes, you have.
And in every venture, on every project, and every organization I've joined, have I not given it my all and very swiftly risen to the top?
Yes, you have.
Okay. And has that not made people jealous?
Yes, I think it has.
Okay, great stuff. Do you enjoy being my wife?
I do very much so.
Okay, so let's put aside love and domestic stuff, right? Okay, let's be really honest with each other. Okay, let's talk what I like to talk about. Okay, do you forget how I am at home? Okay, all right. Do you like being the wife of Roshan Malwani?
Yes, I do.
Everywhere you walk in Hong Kong, everyone knows you are my wife? Yes or no?
Yes, they do.
As I used to say long ago, there's a papo on your head, correct?
Okay. All right.
Remember?
That's one way to
Papo is
see it.
stamp.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, you can sit for all the time you want. You can
I
go.
want to spend time with my son.
I appreciate you.
Okay,
I'll pick
take
him up
care.
from you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. The public everywhere are always against giving large corporations tax breaks. I'm sure you guys love that, right? Wasn't that great? Hey, close the doors, guys. Come on. I mean, fuck. I only swear when, you know, there's other stuff going on. The public everywhere always against giving large corporations tax breaks and privileges. When these corporations add so much to the culture and the economy of where they're setting up, whether they're setting up a company, a mine, a drilling operation, an office tower, a manufacturing plant, whatever it is. We live in a very modern era. Come on, it's 2025, okay? And wherever you go, whether it's Saudi, Qatar, Hong Kong, definitely America, again, under President Trump and even President Biden and stuff, corporations get tax breaks, but they put so much into the local environment, okay? They add so much to the culture and the economy of where they are setting up. Yet the same public derides the government, okay? I mean, this public, they deride the government for giving them the tax breaks, they deride the government for giving them easy entry, they deride the government for fucking everything, and they deride the corporation for everything, okay? But this same public, okay, vote for people who will help get the government to give them handouts, to keep them on welfare, okay? It's mind-boggling. I just don't get it. So let me summarize, okay? Corporations anywhere, whatever they're setting up, whether it's industrial or corporate, okay? In this era, okay, every government forces them to plow back into the community, which increases the culture and the economy of the community, okay? But they're always derided by the community, the people around them. Now, the people who deride them, right? Not everybody derides them. I say, hey, give them no zero tax, come and build, give us jobs, raise the economy, zero tax. I don't give a fuck, excuse me, okay? But other people care. I don't know why they care. They're only going to up the environment, up the economy, up the culture. Okay? They just want to fight the government, and they just want to fight big business. And these people are the ones that want the government to give them handouts and increase welfare. It's mind-boggling to me. You know, they say 800,000 people protested in France. Let's call it 400,000 people. Okay? It's mind-boggling to me that in this era, that people still want to work less and still ask the government to give more and are still anti-big corporation. I don't understand. I just don't get it. The big corp plow the most money. It's factual everywhere. These low people don't plow any money. They take. You know what I mean? And then they protest and stuff. I don't get it. I don't get leftism. I don't get the far left. And if I'm reaching out to any young people, look, I'm not a politician. I'm sharing with you that I just don't understand. You know what I mean? Why can't you guys vest in your government, right? I mean, Sir Keir Starmer's not an idiot, right? He'd be called out if he was hosing you, right? You know what I mean? President Macron's not an idiot. He'd be called out if he's hosing you, right? So I can't understand why you guys don't believe in power and proximity. And look at what Big Corp and Big Tech has done for the world. If anything, the public should deride the banks, who are the real bastards, right? The banks screwed the public. The banks screwed the little people. The banks historically have always screwed the little people. And the banks historically have always had to be bailed out by the government, which is my money anyways, people in my demographic and above's money, and potentially your money. And then when the banks don't get bailed out and they fail, then all the small people, including me, get screwed. So that's the only anger you should be taking out on. You know what I mean? Not big corp, not big tech, not government, all right? But if you want to take anger on somebody, take it on the banks. You know what I mean? Forget about this stuff. Embrace big corp. Embrace big tech. It's the thing to do. Guys, I need this door closed, please. I experienced package hate again the other day at my store from a long-time friend and client. I don't remember who this is. Okay? Yeah, I remember who it is. I experienced package hate at my atelier at the start of this week from a long-time friend and client. He's bought suits from me over the years, say maybe one suit every 2 or 3 years, but over the last 25 years. Okay? He even bought a 4D fit hat. All right? And basically, he was praising me for something, and then he dissed me, right? And I just told him, I told him, fuck off, bro. I said that there's nobody like me, okay? That there's nobody like me. I've always told you back in the day, always told you I've shared friends. I've come and tell you, Roshan, this was good, this was good, this was good, but maybe you shouldn't have done this. I was like, bro, I don't need to hear it. Seriously, okay? I absolutely do not to hear it. My lecture on package hate is widely available. It's one of the best lectures I've ever given. I've always told you, only find and retain only CR7 bracket friends, okay? People who are like-minded to you and can make things happen for you, okay? Others are not worth it. Shed your social circle. Look, maybe I'm lucky, right? Like I said, yesterday morning, I did, Mira, can you come here and remind me? Sweetheart, can you remind me of something? Yes, yesterday I did a live stream consultation to Pennsylvania, okay? Presented beautiful suits, all right? Then I've got my team to talk to instruct, okay? Then I make a sale, okay? Then I go home and have lunch, all right? Then I come back and I make another sale to these two guys, to the lady with the blazer first and her friend, and then to the two guys. Then I do a fitting for a couple. The guy's Indian and the woman is Russian and stuff. So maybe I get to talk to all these people all day long. I don't need to talk to people afterwards, right? Okay? But still, if I had no one to talk to, I wouldn't rush to people that are just hate-filled, that just want to gossip, that just want to lie, that just want to twist things, right? I wouldn't rush to people like that. When you know someone is lying, right? Doesn't matter they're your friend. When you know someone is gossiping, when you know someone is manipulating, when you know someone is twisting the truth on purpose, or just blatantly making stuff up, why would you want to be friends with these people? And I'll tell you why. No matter how close this friend of yours is, if they're doing this kind of stuff, they're doing it to you as well behind your back. And there is no one in this world that is worth it, okay? It is worth it, all right? Shed them, all right? I walk around anywhere and everywhere and see the bellies on guys just sticking out, all right? And it's really disgusting, okay? Honestly. I'll tell you honestly, I don't know how people call me a bigot, or an anti-feminist, or misogynist, or any of these things. This is too easy to label in this Me Too era. Okay, this is too easy to label in this silly Me Too era. Okay, I see guys around everywhere. I don't know what shape I'm in right now. Okay. Oh, YouTube, you cannot see me. Okay. I don't know what shape I'm in right now. Okay? Look at this. Okay? So before I talk, right? Better I give you. I don't talk without proof. I've said that always to you guys. I'll never talk without proof. I'll never talk without proof. Fuck! I'll never talk without proof. Okay? So you can see how I'm built. Alright? So this is not me showing off how I'm built. I'm going to make a point here. I just want to put my shirt back on before I get banned by everybody, everywhere. And whilst we have this small intermission, please help me to like and share the live. There, my t-shirt's gone back on. Let me put the suit back up that I just dropped. I am pro-women in every ways. Maybe just in a different way, okay? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Fuck. Let's put this suit up here. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I have staff for. So when you start, I'm gonna clean up my fucking office. I'm supposed to fucking clean my office, or what? Jesus fucking Christ. So, I see guys. I walk around everywhere and I see the bellies on these guys just sticking out. And it's disgusting. It really is. They owe it. I believe that they owe it. Okay? This is my genuine belief. They owe it to the women in their lives and their children to be in better shape. Okay? And I'm a huge advocate of that. Okay? I'll say this again. I walk around everywhere and I see the bellies on guys just sticking out, especially at the fucking pool. Alright? And it's really disgusting. Alright? They owe it to the women in their lives and their children to be in better shape. Especially with all the knowledge and know-how right on their phones, okay? You don't need a nutritionist. You don't need a personal trainer. You don't need anything. Why am I so bothered? I just told you. Fuck slow metabolism. I have slow metabolism. Once I fall off diet, it's so hard for me to get back on. That's why whenever I'm out and about with anyone other than my kids, I'm on diet and I'm locked in, okay? And I refrain. And stuff, and it's not easy, but you should attempt it. And when you attempt it, you will get results. Gosh, every aspect of fatherhood is important to me, okay? When the kids were very young, I'd take them to 5-star hotel buffets for dinner every Saturday night, all right? And that way they could explore all types of food, all right? You know what a buffet is, right? 5-star hotel buffets. They could explore every type of food, learn about food, and try different foods. Take a bite, don't like it, fuck it. You know what I mean? And done. Okay? And as they got older, I teach them how to dress up and fine dine. Okay? Now that they are teens and they are mobile with their friends, I'm exploring my neighborhood completely. Okay? This is something, I'll tell you more about my neighborhood later. Okay? I'm exploring my neighborhood a lot with them now, which has a lot of cheap eats that they are not used to over the course of their life. They're only used to 5-star everything, okay? And also, I'm no longer used to it, okay? Because that was my childhood, right? My childhood was, very rare 5-star dining, but sometimes for special occasions. And then mainly cheap eats or just eating at home. But with my children, I'd already, grown up and I'd spoiled myself and I'd worked hard and I spoiled my wife and it was always 5-star dining. So that's the venture I am on with my kids right now. That's one of the many ventures I am on with my kids right now. And I take fatherhood extremely, extremely, extremely important to me. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you one quip though. For me, I feel I created a monster, okay? Now, this also goes against what you can see every single day, but let me dive into it in a bit more detail. I feel I created a monster. I have spent 26 years taking orders from people by mail, okay? But now, a lot of people no longer want to order from me by mail. They keep saying that their dream is to be groped by me on Instagram, on an Instagram reel or a TikTok, okay? Ha. They all want to wait till they come to Hong Kong. That doesn't mean I'm not doing mail order. I'm showing you I'm doing mail order every day and stuff. But, it just goes back to, the thing is that, it just goes back to these weirdos saying to me that, I'm spiraling and I'm losing clients because of my behavior. No, it's not fucking true, bro. I'm telling you every week when I sit here, I'm tired of saying, I feel like an egomaniac, right? That people show up here every day here for photos. You know what I'm saying? And people grab me in the street for photos. It happened the other day as well. I think on Friday as well. You mean 2 people ambushed me? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you one thing though. All right, these young people, we are the most next gen suit business in Hong Kong. Okay, if not the world. And I want to reiterate that. Thanks to me, we are the most next gen suit business in Hong Kong. Okay. If not the world, I think the entire world, thanks to what I do, okay? I reintroduced this suit to young people globally because of my antics during the pandemic. People, because of my videos, know all about the ... hand needle and thread pin stitching, bucket of breast pocket, Marzoni buttons, etc., etc., etc. And clothing, suiting businesses everywhere, like Suit Supply, have benefited because of me. Because not everyone can fly to Hong Kong. Okay, and not everyone still trusts the process of sending me measurements through the measurement chart on my website. Okay, in Hong Kong, I guarantee you this. I'm telling you, okay, because kids are kids. You know how kids are. Kids see someone like me. Kids are not yet feminists. Kids are not yet activists. Okay, kids are not yet leftists. Okay, all right. Kids are having fun. They want to laugh, they want to smile, they want to be part of something funny, they want to be part of something viral, okay? So tell me which kid in Hong Kong doesn't want to come to us to buy a suit, all right? They're begging their parents, all right? There's the stumbling block to them coming to me to buy a suit is nothing more than a financial reason because they can't afford it, or their parents don't want to pay for it because their parents always have this in their mind. My kids will grow. What will I do? My kids will grow. I mean, you bring kids into this world. Don't you want them to look good? My Serena, Sari, and Rian, how good do they look? My girls will go out with Dior bags. Just name a brand. Okay? Fendi bags. Just name a brand. Versace bags. Just name a brand. Sunglasses, same thing. Tom Ford, you name it. Okay? My boy is a wow. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, you bring kids into this world. You want them to be shoddy. I mean, they're your children. Your children are complete representation and reflection of you. You know what I mean? Your kids are a complete reflection and representation of you. Why would you not want your kids to dress well? It doesn't make any sense. I cannot understand. I've spoken long before. You know, if the kids came down, they dressed like crap. What the fuck are you doing? Go fuck home. I'll yell at their au pairs. And I'm like, no, they cannot walk the streets. And the kids don't know. They need to learn. They need to be taught. That is why you have this disgusting generation of shorts wearing, toe exposing men. Okay? Everywhere. You know what I mean? Because their parents didn't want to spring on good clothing. Now, these are the same parents who wore pants, okay? Nice jeans, nice shoes, because their parents, okay, my parents' generation, were like that. You know what I mean? You have to dress decently and stuff. But you've got parents now who just, who don't want to buy a suit for Sam's Tailors for their kids, and it's nothing sinister at all. It's just a financial thing. They have the money. Okay, but they don't want to spring for it and stuff. And they don't want to spring for anything. That's why kids look like shit and my kids don't. And my kids will always stand out. Okay? They will always stand out. I mean, my girls are 16 and 14 and they're walking around with Dior bags and Fendi bags and Versace bags, Fendi sneakers, you name it. Okay? I have no qualms about that. Because my kids are a reflection and a representation of me. And they will be or are a reflection and representation of you. All right? Okay? And that's pretty much it. So you got to think about what you want to do with your children. All right? I see the masses, right? They walk around the shopping mall and there's Burberry for kids and every brand for kids in Hong Kong. They're like, who will buy this? Who will buy? I said, people will buy. The world is big. Don't be so judgmental. People will buy brands for kids, okay, regardless of how expensive they are, because their children are a representation and reflection of them. And I'm constantly teaching my children how to dress. It is my duty as a father. I am not forcing my children to wear shit from Target or Primark or whatever, okay? No knock against great model businesses that make a lot of money, all right? Okay? But that's just not for me. That's just not for my bloodline. Do you get what I'm saying? Since we last spoke, I've gotten another 4 videos that crossed the million mark. So one hit 1 million, one hit 2 million, one hit 3 million, and one hit 4 million. And that's just in the last 7 days, okay? So whether we're on the verge of whatever this, that, anybody can say anything they want. I've got another 4 videos that have passed another million mark view. So that is huge, and I'm proud of that. And you know, if because I live in China, Instagram won't give me a trophy. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give myself a trophy because I deserve it. Because those are videos. Those are videos of me. Those are videos of my clients who really wanted to be in the videos. Okay. And allowed me to do whatever I want, all right? And I feel great. I feel absolutely brilliant that in a single week, I've had 4 videos cross another million, okay? One crossing 1 million, one crossing 2 million, one crossing 3 million, one crossing 4 million. That is an accomplishment, okay? If you're a content creator. But the thing that I'm most happiest with, and I explain this to people when I do collaborations with them. When someone collaborates with me or pays me for collaboration, right? They think that because I've got 500,000 followers on Instagram that they're going to get 500,000 views in 24 hours or 50,000 views in 24 hours. And when they 6,000 views when it drops and 12,000 views on day 2 and 18,000 views on day 3, they're aghast and like, why did they pay this guy? I'm like, you've got to focus on the drip up. I don't know how other accounts work, because I told you I'm not a watcher, right? I don't watch. I listen to some YouTube to fall asleep at night nowadays, you know what I mean? I really don't watch anything, okay? But I've always said that I am super happy, and I've been saying this for 6 years, that my videos continuously to drip up, okay? When I say drip up, tomorrow you will see the same video have another X thousand views, and the day after that you'll see that same video have another X thousand views. Don't worry. When it comes to social media, I am a bankable asset. When it comes to social media, my reach is so far globally. My reach is so far demographically, you know what I mean? I have people of all colors and races and ages watching my videos, all right? Okay? And that's 100% true. I mean, I can see the metrics myself, all right? So invest in me. And even if you don't invest in me, I don't care, bro. I'm doing this for myself. You know what I mean? You know, my long form videos, I'm so happy with the way my long form videos drip up. I really hope, but I have no idea, of course, that people are actually watching the full video, at least watching a few minutes, or actually watching the monologue. But that I have no idea. You know what I mean? I can't make a bold prediction like that. But I'm very happy with the way things are going. But the way you guys jump on me sometimes, it's a bit silly. You know what I mean? This is going to irk a lot of people, all right? But I want to say this. I'm not a fan of scholarships, okay? I just don't understand them. I don't understand them, okay? Makes no sense to me. I am not a fan of scholarships, okay? Here we go. Let's call some drama. I just do not understand them. You want to give able-bodied, incredibly smart people money because their parents are degenerates. I'll say that again. You want to give able-bodied, incredibly smart people money because their parents are degenerates. But the parents who are able-bodied and smart, they are not eligible. The parents who work hard and are able-bodied and smart and have been giving to the community and giving to the government, okay, for years and years and years, right? Their children cannot qualify. Their children cannot qualify for scholarships because they are part of the working world. And they've added to the system, they're added to the matrix. But the parents who haven't added to the matrix, let's give their kids a scholarship. What the? It makes no sense to me. Okay, I cannot understand it, bro. I cannot understand it, bro. I'll tell you why. Because when you bring children into this world, you owe them something, right? So even if you're degenerate when your child is born, you need to realize that, okay, I need to give this child something, so I need to sort myself out. But if there's these silly welfare things, that, oh, let's give the scholarships to the smart kids who are poor, and they're poor because their parents are idiots, right? Then how does it make anybody who's born want to become smart? Because they have to be smart and work hard for the children they produce. All right? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. I'm not a fan of scholarships. I just do not understand. You want to give able-bodied, incredibly smart people money because their parents are degenerate. So then there's no whatever motivation for people to add, to work hard. Okay? Because it's better they're poor, better they're stupid, better they're on welfare, and their kids will get a scholarship. But people who work hard, who pay taxes, who add things, their kids are not qualified for scholarships because their parents can pay for it. I cannot understand these things. I cannot understand these things. Don't rebut by saying, oh, the kids, they're smart, it's not fair, they can't go to good college. There's community colleges everywhere. There's government colleges everywhere. And if they're really that smart, they will succeed. People will hire them. I guarantee you. Okay? That's the way the world evens out. Without a doubt. Alright? So, I'm not interested in any of your rebuttals on that topic. 100%, that's a no-no. That is my belief. And, I mean, screen record it and pump it out there. My content is obviously unique, right? It's all born from me and not replicated. It's only parodied, okay, because people find it so much fun. And it's parodied on a phenomenal level, meaning how many people I've reached globally, how many people copied me. I made parody videos globally, young and middle-aged, every continent, okay? And it's all done in fun, and it's all done on a good level, okay? It's very supportive. It's not malicious. My content base is extremely broad, and the views speak for itself, okay? And that's pretty much it. So if you say the tens of thousands of views, tens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands, and millions watching all despise me, okay? The tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions watching all despise me, then it's fine. Honestly, it's fine, okay? It's a shame. It really is a shame if what you're saying is true. But it's fine because I am selling suits every day. I'm selling suits every day. I'm selling suits every day. And that is all I'm here to do. And that's the thing I've said from day one and always maintain. So let me repeat myself, okay? Even if you say the naysayers, the woke, the leftists, the package hate friends say to me that I'm spiraling and I'm scaring off potential clients, even if you say the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of people watching me all despise me, okay? It is okay. It is a shame because they're doing it on purpose for no reason. It's all comedy, okay? It's fine, but it's a shame. I'm a bit sad because there's absolutely no reason to purposely misinterpret my videos, okay? You're purposely misinterpreting my videos, all right? But it's fine because I am selling suits every day. And that is all I'm here to do. And I've said that from day one, and I've maintained that. So let's move on to different stuff that you're going to try and hurl at me. The amazing thing is garnering new fans every day, all right? That's an amazing thing, okay? It's a wow. Okay, it's a wow. I never was a Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. Let me reframe. Okay, let me rephrase. Okay, I'm not Jimmy Fallon. I'm not Jimmy Kimmel, where I'm going to be able to hang on to the millions of fans. Okay, I want to. I wish that was the case. But I'm not in the entertainment business, okay? I'm a tailor, and I'm here to sell suits. That's paramount to me. I'm not cutting or editing anything. I'm just putting stuff out quick and dirty, okay? Yet I still have so much content that I'm unable to put out. I think now, and I spoke to someone, I checked this week, at the start of this week, I have over 400 young Chinese boy videos. Over 400 young Chinese boy videos that I still have not put out. I've never understood, and I very, very rarely do this, okay? I think I've done this twice, okay? One in a very limited manner and one in a slightly more aggressive manner. I never understand why people are suddenly scared, worried, offended when I call them out. I actually never really call anyone out by name. I've never called anyone out by their name. I've been deep dived negatively in length by so many creators and podcasters who never once reached out to me for an interview before or after, okay? In fact, once I've seen a full length on me, when I see a full length on me, I think this is great. I don't care how they depict me, right? I know they're doing it for their own viewership, right? People are trying to milk views. They're content creators. Their income comes from YouTube. Okay, the income comes from YouTube. My income comes from selling suits. I don't earn any residual income from my videos. I live in China. Okay, so they want to be controversial. They want to lie. It's all good. Okay, I don't suddenly make a report to YouTube or Instagram to take the video down. That's not the type of person I am. But I've seen full lengths on me, and I always reach out to the creator through their Instagram account or their email on their YouTube and stuff. And I always get no response. I always say, hey, I love the video on me. Do you want to do an interview and stuff? It's like they're scared. I mean, I actually reach out to thank them for the exposure. And I ask them generally to interview me. And it's happened a couple of times. So with a guy called Wezam, something or the other. And then we shot great videos together, great content. We became great good friends. happened to this other guy who has like 1 million followers on YouTube, young Moroccan guy or something, or Egyptian guy, whatever. I can't remember these guys' names and stuff. And, you know, it worked out great. And I would do an interview with any of these guys who think I'm a freak show and stuff. And I totally understand that the easiest thing for them, they're not going to make a video and say Roshan is a hero, right? They're going to make a video saying that this Taylor is a freak. But if I say anything about anybody, bro, their world and their community collapses and then collects together to come against me. I mean, it is so odd. I'll give you some personal information about myself, all right? And maybe you can help me with this. I once dated a feminist, all right? I never understood, nor do I understand till today, what a feminist is, okay? I don't know what you're fighting for. Everything that you're fighting for has been fought for. And I believe everything that you has been fought for you has been accomplished. We don't live in a world. Fucking Wimbledon pays the same fucking amount, I think, to prize money for Six Love for the women's final that they do for the 5-set men's final and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't think we're not born into an era where women are inferior. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't exist anymore. You know what I mean? So I don't understand a feminist, okay? I once dated a feminist. I never understood, nor do I understand till today, what a feminist is. But she was hot, bro, okay? I don't understand how to tell, and she's much younger than me. And she was hot. I'm talking about smoking, okay? Smoking hot, physique, beautiful face. Oh my goodness, skin like wow, all right? I mean, insane how good looking she was. But she didn't want to be a girlfriend. She wanted to be a partner. How do you be a partner with me? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, when I tried to be a partner to her, it didn't work because I was like stepping all over her feminism. Okay? You mean she wanted to be like a friend? You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to be treated like a woman. She wanted to be treated as a person. Bro, I mean, I treat people good or I treat people bad. I don't look at it as any other. And when I treat a woman the way I was taught by my parents to treat women. I can't shed that, and I teach that to my son, right? To treat a woman in a specific way. But she wanted to be treated as a person, and bro, I don't know. I only swing one way. Okay, so I see a woman, I like a woman, I treat her as a woman. Okay, I can't rewire myself. Okay, I can't go Dutch, and stuff, and whatever, you know what I mean? I could never understand her until today. No matter how beautiful she fucking is, I can't understand what a feminist is. It makes no sense. What are they fighting for? But very quickly, her lack of growing up. Now, I'm not saying she was poor, okay? Her lack of growing up in a high disposable income family, right? I'm not saying I'm the opposite and she's the opposite. The fact that she did not grow up in a high disposable income family, so the fact that she grew up in a middle class family, okay, led her to always being uncomfortable with what my grind brought me, okay? So as amazingly smoking hot as she is, and as much as I could do for her, okay, which is what really worked for her initially, I'll tell you that, didn't really end up working for her, okay? I found it odd that all the reasons she fell for me couldn't hover over the top of this deep-rooted weirdness that she felt. That once we were together after a very long courtship period, she was self-bogged down by my persona and by my capabilities and by my recognition. My recognition is wherever I took her, wherever everyone would be, hi Rosh, hey Rosh, hey Rosh, hey Rosh, hi Rosh, hey Rosh, hey Rosh, okay? But that's what made her fall for me. You know what I'm saying? We had a very long courtship, very short relationship. She preached always to me, non-stop, even during the long first getting to know each other, friendship, courtship, okay? That I worked too hard and that I should live for today, all right? I worked too hard and I should live for today, Jesus. If I bought into that, I'd be dead, okay? I'd be dead. And I was then, this is back then, I said to her, my hard work, my hard work makes me today, Mr. Today. My hard work makes me Mr. Today and will make me Mr. Tomorrow. She's continued to preach to me always, because I was never taking days off, that I work too hard and I should live life for today. Bro, there is no today. Screen record and pump it out. If you don't grind, there is no today. If you don't grind, there is no today. My grind makes me Mr. Today, and my grind will make me Mr. Tomorrow. And that's that. Sadly, it didn't end well for me. But I very quickly moved on to a much better relationship, okay, with a much better woman. I still think about this girl today because she was smoking hot, you know what I mean? And you know, can't stop thinking about a woman that you've been with that is so smoking hot. Could I ever get into a relationship with her again? No, because now we know we're such different people, right? I'm going to change. I'm going to stop being me. I'm going to become a leftist. I love my videos. You know what I mean? You understand how much I love my videos. I'm not in the hurt game here. I'm not in the hurt game. If you've been hurt by me, just come and tell me. But I really don't think I'm in the hurt game here. I'm not in the hurt game here. I'm just here to talk about what's on my mind, to be open and obviously honest. None of this will have any point whatsoever, okay, if I'm not honest. So I promise you on this forum, and I've said it before, I've said it right at the start, right, that I will always be honest with you guys. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm not trying to push a message here. I'm not a politician, and I'm not an activist, right? And I'm not even saying, here, come and buy a suit from me, right? I've risen to some sort of global persona, right? And I decided to try a podcast out because I was bored one day, I was stuck. And it suddenly grew into this, right? So I promise you, I will always be open with you guys and honest with you guys on this forum. Life is tough, okay? Don't think I have everything in my life is not tough. Every day my life is tough. All right? I only ever fight back hard when anyone screws with me, fucks with me, shits on me, okay? I fight back fucking hard. If anyone ever screws with me, shits on me, fucks with me. Otherwise, I'm a chill. I am tranquilo as they come. I'm not even interested, okay? I never dwell on yesterday and any time before that because it's absolutely pointless, okay? I just focus and grind on today. I do not even think about tomorrow. I don't know what's happening tomorrow. I don't care about tomorrow, anything. All right, all I know is I got to get up early because I got to grind, okay? I'll focus and grind on tomorrow when it comes. And that is the preaching that I've always done. You can deep dive into everything I've done. You can look at the footage from the universities that I've spoken to over the last 5 years. And that's what I always say. I don't focus on tomorrow. Ignorance is bliss for me. I only want to work on today. I want to work hard today, and I know I'll get up early and I'll work hard tomorrow, and things will work out for me. Okay? I'm not a future planning guy. I'm not a business plan guy. I just don't operate that way. You know what I mean? I can't sit there and say, let's do this and maybe let's do that. And I wish I could, because all the richer people do that, but I can't. I need to go to the mine and grind. Okay? And that's basically it. That is completely how I operate, and I don't operate in another way. Life is very tough. Very, very, very tough. If you want money, you have to work very hard. I'm trying to replace all the F words here, okay? If you want money, you have to work very hard, so effing hard. And then people shit on you when you have cash because they are fuckers. They are jealous fuckers. If you want fame, you have to work so hard, so effing hard. Then the same thing happens. If you want a babe of a wife, what is the same thing that happens? The fuckers, the jealous fuckers shit on you, okay? If you want a babe of a wife, I'm a man, okay? I can't talk about being a woman because I'm not a woman, all right? That doesn't make me a misogynist, a bigot, an anti-woman. I don't know, I love women. I keep telling you this every episode. I say I love women, okay? If you want a babe of a wife, you need to work hard to be a hunk. You know what I'm saying? If you want a babe of a girl, you need to work hard to be a hunk. A fat guy is not going to cut it unless his father's a Saudi prince. You know what I mean? And you can't work out a bad diet. And dieting is the hardest part. You know what I mean? Working out is easy. Diet is the worst. If you want gorgeous, pristine children that are healthy, you need God. That is not in your hands. If you want gorgeous, pristine children that are healthy, you need God, you need God's blessings, you need to do good, you need to do very good, and you need to effing pray. Alright? And then pray some more, and then hope. That's one thing that's not in your hands, but the things that are in your hands are doable. So do them and be somebody. God damn it! I need writers like Jimmy Kimmel has, and Jimmy Fallon has, and Colbert has, and Seth has. But I don't. I just have me. And I can't write monologues and scripts all day long. I'm here to sell suits. So whatever that comes out of my mouth comes out. And honestly, it's funny. Okay? I find it funny. Otherwise, I wouldn't say it. Okay? There's absolutely no reason for people to take any offense. Alright? People to need to get off their woke horse. Okay? Their woke horses and enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. You know what I mean? It's just entertainment. There's so many things on Netflix that are not my jive. You know what I mean? My wife and daughters watch the weirdest stuff that is just not my jive. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my jive and stuff, right? And, you know, if I catch a glimpse, I'm like shitting on it. Then I got to stop because it is their jive. You know what I mean? So get off your woke horse and just enjoy the show. Because you might learn something. Because really, I'm here to teach about grind. And I'm here to teach about making cash, being famous, being somebody in your community, being someone on the planet. Okay? Enjoy the show because that's all it is. Enjoy the show because nothing is around forever. And for as long as I am around, I'm going to enjoy my show. There's nothing you guys can say. There's nothing the public can say. Okay? That is going to push me off me being me, not cautious, just honest. Okay? And I'm going to enjoy my show and I'm going to enjoy me. Because no one's serving me up. Okay? Nobody's serving me up. No one's doing shit for me. Okay? Nobody, I'm not getting anything from anybody. Alright? I'm not getting anything from anybody. Everybody's taking from me. I have to give to everyone. Okay? Nobody is doing anything for me at all. Alright? Not a chance. Now this TikTok is telling me that I'm a bot and I have to play a puzzle. I don't know, American, seriously. Hi. If I'm gonna climb, then it's me doing the climbing. Okay? That's why I believe in something like nepotism. Okay? I do believe in meritocracy, but that's why I believe strongly in nepotism. If I'm gonna climb, then it's me doing the climbing. Okay? We choose to bring our offspring into this world, right? That's our choice, right? We choose to bring our offspring into this world, all right? We need to give them everything and the tools to achieve more. That's not enabling. That's responsibility and love. I've had so many interviews from top-level journalists really going hard that you enable your kids. Enable my kids to do what? To go on bloody welfare? Huh? Just to work hard for scholarships? Well, that's how I'm enabling my kids. I'm teaching them how to dive. I'm teaching them how to swim fast, run fast, do pull-ups, do push-ups, work in the shop. You know what I mean? How am I enabling my kids? Because they have Fendi sneakers and Dior bags? And I'm teaching them to be brave. Somebody tells you something, fuck them up straight away. Don't ever... I'll tell them all the time. Anybody does anything, get them straight away. Don't be... You know, look at Ralph Macchio. Whenever those boys hit him, he hit back, right? And then he got the crap beaten out of him. And whenever those boys hit him, he hit back. And he got the crap beating out of them. Okay? And then he went through wax on, wax off with Mr. Miyagi and stuff, right? Okay? If I'm going to climb, I'm going to do the climbing. Okay? I believe in nepotism. I've been called out for this a lot and stuff. It's because we choose, an individual chooses to bring offspring into the world, then we need to give them everything and the tools to achieve more. I teach my kids how to be fit. I teach my kids how to be fast. I teach my kids public speaking. I teach my kids how to be, strong, confident, brave, not given to bullying, dress well, be somebody, stand out, be somebody. Okay, that's not enabling. That's responsibility and love. All right? Me standing on the sideline and cheering every ball of Rian. He's my son. He's my effing son. I don't care how it looks to you and sounds to you or whatever. All right? But he's my son. And, all those moments of him growing and bowling balls at opposition as a cricket bowler, I'm going to be there cheering him on. And him getting wickets, I'm the loudest. I don't care if I'm the crazy dad on the sideline. This guy's my son. Okay? This is not enabling. This is love. Speaking of Rian's new account, Rian Melwani on Instagram just got his first 1 million view videos. The account's been going 3, 4, 5 weeks, has a dozen or 2 dozen posts. He got 1 million views on a young Korean boy video. Okay? I'm just delighted for him. Love us or hate us. Love us or hate us, Melwanis. People are watching. Brand new account. 13-year-old boy. Clean content. Just got a video with 1 million views. Proud of my son. He did it. I'll tell you again, okay? Because we've made a lot of reverberation this week. My job is not to hurt people through my commentary. My commentary is all truthful. And if it ruffles feathers, then so be. I can back up everything with evidence always. I'm not a fool to say stuff that I don't have evidence of. So don't ever challenge me. Don't ever challenge. Don't think I'm some ranting, raving lunatic. It is so insane how the general public is so affected when they are subjected to any hate, when they are the constant haters. Okay? Myself, I've been subjected to since the start of my career. And now for the last 7 years, scores of times daily. Okay? My father went through a very similar thing in his career. He went through the same thing in his career rise from his own community, so that his Sindhi friends. So it's a much smaller scale, right? Because there was no social media at that time. Okay, this is not pre-recorded, dumbass. Okay, so my father went through the same thing in his career rise, and he's still friends with these same assholes. Honestly, I mean, he licks ass. He fucking licks ass, right? I'll tell you more about this in a bit. From his own community, Sindhi community, okay, and from jealous Caucasian expatriates at the time. Remember, this was British Hong Kong. They hated the fact that every celebrity that came to town, that came to Hong Kong, hooked up with Sam Taylor, okay? All right? I'm telling you, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, President Bush Sr., President Bush Jr., President Clinton, Jeb Bush, Tony Blair, Margaret Thatcher, John Chrétien, Bjork, Joan Collins, Maria Sharapova, Anna Kournikova, Steffi Graf, Maria Navratilova, Stefan Edberg, Boris Becker. Bro, I can go on. Tell me another name. John Travolta. You know what I'm saying? I can go on. Okay? And he'd get this hate from his own much smaller community, and sometimes also from the jealous Caucasian expatriates, the British expatriates that lived here. They hated the fact that every celebrity, okay? Papa! Come here. Come here. Somebody come here. Ari, come here. Bring me all the medals. All his medals.
All his medals?
Every medal he has. These are friends he still hangs out with. Okay? And when I was rising, until today, he hangs out with the same people that fucked him up, the same people that shat on him when his wife left him. Okay? He hangs out with the same people, with his current wife and stuff. John Hamm, yeah. Okay? Every Bond, tell me which Bond didn't come to us, okay? We worked with every Bond. Bro, my list of credentials. My dad ended up, through all his strife, getting an MBE from Queen Elizabeth. Okay? An MBE from Queen Elizabeth. He got one of the highest honors in Hong Kong, plus a lot more others. Okay? A BBS, a Bronze Bohemia Star from Carrie Lam, our former leader. Look at this, the Order of Fiji member from the Fijian Prime Minister. Okay? Check that out. He's knighted by the King of Belgium, and God goodness me, I can fucking go on. All right, okay. And he was hated upon. Love, you can take them back. Thank you. He was hated upon by his own friends, his own community and stuff. All right, through his first wife, through his divorce, through his second wife right now. And then when I started to rise in community, and when I started to rise in social media, he's still my asshole father, right? Listens to all his friends bitch me out. Right, Love G? Tell the truth. Come here. No, 2 minutes out. All are my friends, father's friends, all bastards? Yes or no?
Yes,
they are
they
bastards.
are. Yes, they
and
are.
they're the same bastards he's friends with. He listens to them all say bad about me.
Yes.
Always, right?
Yes, always.
Tarzan, tum idhar aa, 1 minute. Come. We have family here.
Yes.
Please, help me sit with something. Come here. Sit down with me.
Let me take a one.
Are they sure, na? Come bend down. Okay. Are all my father's friends bastards? Yes or no?
They're all bastards.
All bastards.
Yeah.
And these are the same bastard friends that they always tell him with all my videos, your son is this, your son is that.
Yeah.
And he listens to them, yes?
He listens to
And
them.
he never defends me.
No.
And then he tries to steal my money from my videos.
True. 100%.
And then when he wants to sell to the customer, he uses me. He tells the customer.
I'm Roshan.
He tells the customer that, okay, I'll make my son do a video with you.
Oh,
You buy the suit.
that one also, yeah.
We are the super strong. They are the pussy, coward, loser, weak. That is just life, okay? You cannot throw me off my path unless you really map out a path that is worth going on. I don't mention any names in my rants, okay? If I do, what credence do I have, all right? If I do mention names and I'm spitting facts, those names go berserk and they form a posse in a witch hunt. It's nothing I can't deal with, but I'm not here to hurt people, okay? I'm not here to hurt people. I need my horse to run, okay? I have a 5-time winner who hasn't run in 7 months, and I'm paying for him to recover, okay? He's living the life while I'm grinding here. I'm paying a fortune, well over $10,000 a month, okay? I will dress you, my love. Just reach out to me later, okay? Even if a horse is not winning, if it's a donkey that you bought, that you spent $1 million, $2 million on a donkey, right? You're in it for the glamour and the pomp, right? So if my horse is running every week, every 2 weeks, I'm there. And I'm still in and amongst the pomp and the glamour. The beautiful jockey club that we have here, #1 club on the planet for racing. The richest people in town, because only rich people can afford the horses, right? Magnificent meals, magnificent entertainment. Right now, he's done nothing since March. Massively long injury. And I'm just paying for him. And I'm not getting to enjoy the pomp and the glamour that comes with being a horse owner. No doubt I'm a 5-time winner with giant trophies, okay? That is why I always say you never know what will happen. I told the kids, I told my wife, I told everybody. This is not normal what I do. This is not normal what I achieve. You know what I mean? I'm in the upper echelons of the planet. So enjoy what I provide you with. Enjoy what comes along, because you don't know if it's ever going to come again. That's what I preach. That's what I preach. All the while, his lifespan for racing is diminishing rapidly. You know what I mean? It's painful. Multiculturalism is what Hong Kong needs and craves in both tourism and migration. Okay, and that's the truth. I invite all of you to come here. I invite all of you even to move here and work here for a short stint. The taxes are very low. The tax ceiling maximum is 17%. Even if you're Elon Musk, you would pay 17% in tax. The government, our government, have performed admirably in getting Chinese mainland tourists and professional settlers since the pandemic ended, okay? But they've missed out, my government. Look, I'm in China. It doesn't mean I can't speak against my government. That's not true at all, okay? The government have missed out on simultaneously tapping the rest of the world. And this is uber important if they want to truly thrive, because you cannot thrive by being one-dimensional. I make suits for women, I make suits for men, I make suits for kids, I make suits for rock stars, I make crazy fucking suits, I make every type of outfit, I make women's clothing, men's clothing, any clothing, okay? I work with leather. You should move here if you're an English teacher. So many jobs to do, okay? So if my government really wants to thrive, okay, nations everywhere need to be tapped, because we offer a beautiful city which is so safe and so little tax. We all want to see, believe me, a range of color and culture like it was pre-pandemic, okay? Hong Kong is a great place to live. It honestly is. Do not listen to what your Western governments are saying, okay? Believe it or not, I still want to say a big thank you to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, even though they've all banned me so many times and, made life hell for me. I want to thank Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and the smaller platforms for hosting my content. It's a privilege to have an opportunity to do that, to put out content the way I do, have someone host it for me and deliver it to people all around the world. And I do not take that for granted, okay? I'm very much into integration, okay? I'm not into handouts. I'm not into, being labeled an ethnic minority. I'm not into the government helping ethnic minorities integrate. People need to integrate themselves, okay? A few years ago, I think during the pandemic, I was invited by the Hong Kong Baptist University, it's one of our big six, to lecture something around ethnic minorities. And I've spoken about this before, so I won't spoken about it in Lent. So I just basically flipped around and said, listen, you guys want to assimilate, you make the effort. Go and talk to a Chinese guy, teach a Chinese guy something, assimilate, okay? We've got migration problems all over the world, okay? And it's problems because the major problem stems that the migrators are not willing to integrate into the new culture, okay? So that's my say on world migration, okay? And I've said it to people migrating here as well. If you want to live here, make an effort to integrate. Don't set up your own little India town and ignore all the Chinese. It's not going to work, okay? So much being said about migration by Sir Keir Starmer and people all around the world, but that's my take on it. Honestly, if I'm going to move somewhere, I'm going to make an effort to move somewhere. I'm going to learn the language. I'm going to eat the food. I'm going to make friends with them. I'm not going to just find a little Sindhi town or India town, okay? That's my quick take on migration. The white woke folk here, okay, they've been around for a long time, all right? They always say there's a decrease in net migration, but that is a lie, okay? There's an increase in net migration in Hong Kong, 100%, okay? The government and our major newspaper, South China Morning Post, which also is pretty much against our government, all right, prove that, all right? The white woke folk from the past, the white woke folk who are the ghosts of 2019 and before, they complain about Hong Kong being yet another Chinese city, okay? But their complaints about Hong Kong being yet another Chinese city is a cop-out. It is impossible. It is completely not true, considering what we have. We have our own stock market, we have our own currency, we have our own taxation system, half of mainland China. We have freedom. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all available. Netflix, CNN, BBC. Freedom! Okay? Don't listen to the white woke folk here from pre-2019, okay? Who live in their little fucking white village, okay? All right? Hong Kong is just not another. Hong Kong is a Chinese city. Of course, it's a Chinese city. It's been a Chinese city since 1997, and 150 years before that, it was a Chinese city before the British took over. Okay? All right? Don't listen to this minority that bark. This negativity. Listen to me. I'm a patriot. Okay? Listen to a patriot. I'm an Indian in China. Okay? Listen to a patriot. None of this garbage that they say is true. Not considering what we have. We're the leading stock market on the planet right now, ahead of New York and London. Bro, I'm streaming. I'm here in Hong Kong streaming on fucking YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. We are free in Hong Kong, okay? These white woke West ghosts of 2019 folk, all right, refuse to integrate into the new Hong Kong. And that's the truth. And it's not even new. It's the same thing. It's just evolution. Nothing suddenly changed like that. It's evolution, evolution, evolution. Okay? This place is a great place to come to. I promise you. When you come here, when you move here, when you come here on vacation and buy a suit, come and say hi to me. To be honest, the long residing white population here have always been anti-local individuals and anti-China visitors, feeling as though that this is their city only, not regarding it as our city and everyone's city. Secretly, and quietly, in their own circles, they are constantly bitching out their own local government, the Chinese government, and the Chinese government, their own local government and the Chinese government. Since I've been government anointed, May 2021, so 4 years, more than 4 years ago now, right? Fucking May? Yeah, May 2021. When I'm in social circles, when I was in social circles, which such discussions began, right? Anti-Hong Kong government, anti-China government, I immediately interjected and said, I cannot be party to these conversations, okay? That is not just about because I was anointed. That is about patriotism and diplomacy, okay? Patriotism in which I don't want to be in a discussion with someone who is bitching out my city, okay, and my country. And diplomacy in the sense that this is not a situation for me to be diplomatic by defending my city. I just, you talk about what you want. I'm not the Gestapo here, all right? I'm not Mr. Anderson here, okay? I just exit the situation. I'm chill. Do you know what it means to be a patriot? Do you understand the meaning of power and proximity? I don't want to leave. So I integrate, I assimilate. Okay? I'm happy here in Hong Kong. If I'm not happy, I have a British passport, I can move to London right now. I have money to move, I've said it before. Okay? I have 5 million cash right here, right now, US dollars. 40 million Hong Kong dollars. Just go to London. Okay? That's just cash. I'm not talking about my assets. Okay? I met the new United States Consul General to Hong Kong on Wednesday, I believe. Let me tell you a quick story. So, she's really made headlines with her appointment because apparently the government was not happy with her antics when she worked for the consulate here in 2019. I don't know this stuff and whatever. And I'm not condoning anything she did. Even I don't even know what she did, right? But, I'm a patriot. I believe in power and proximity, okay? So, let me tell you what I said and what she said, okay? I saw her, and I've been seeing in the paper every day, okay? And there are mixed views about her. So I go up, and I don't know who the Asian man is behind her. But I say, hi ma'am, hi ma'am, hi ma'am. She stops. I say, are you the new United States Consul General to Hong Kong? She's like, yes. I said, hi, I'm Roshan Mawani. I took out my business card. And I run a 68-year-old business called Sam Saylor. She's like, oh, you are the infamous, not famous, infamous Sam Saylor. I said, yes, ma'am, I'm the infamous Sam Saylor. And then the Asian gentleman, who later I found out his husband, chimes in at the exact same time. You are the infamous Sam Saylor. I said, yes, I'm the infamous Sam Saylor. Whatever they mean, love or hate. You know what I'm saying? At least they know me. I don't even know this woman. I don't know this bloody woman. I had the balls to go up and talk to her. But they know me, my business. So I chatted with her and I said, listen, I told her straight, look, I'm a patriot. I believe in power and proximity, okay? But I am also a citizen and I'm a neighbor. I have great respect for your nation. I told her this exactly. Have you seen the video that I dropped about this? And I told her that I was great friends with your predecessor and we engaged 3 times at events that he hosted me at. Many, many times at my shop when he was purchasing suits and trying suits on. A couple of times at least when we bumped into events, and one time where I hosted him for a private dinner with me, my wife, him, and his wife. I said, me and your predecessor engage with each other a lot on a personal level. And I said that I want to welcome you to my city. And I said to her, she goes, do you make dresses? I say, I make dresses. She's like, are you sure? I only see suits. I said, that's why I say everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. I said, no, I make everything. I don't only make for men, I make women's stuff, all types of women's stuff, not just suits. She goes, great, maybe I'll reach out to you. I said, okay. And I said, let's do a video together. And then her and her husband said in unison, but in a very nice way, happy to, I asked first, I said, will you do a video for my Instagram? She goes, sure, but are you sure you want that? And her husband said that. She said, they both said you might get in trouble. I said, but what will I get in trouble for? I'm not doing anything wrong. And I said, okay, we won't do a video. And then we chatted some more. And then I said, let's take a photo together at least. She goes, are you sure? Husband said, are you sure? We don't want you to get in trouble. They were concerned. Okay? And I said, but there's nothing to be concerned about. China is not the big bad wolf. I'm not going to be thrown in jail because I'm interacting with the United States Consul General of Hong Kong. Okay? I'm not plotting. I'm not making some major coup or something to overthrow my government. Fuck, I love China. I fucking love China. Since the day you guys fucking discovered me. Fucking tell you I love China. With a big red machine. So I said, okay, we take a photo, I won't post it. So we took the photo selfie. Then I said, fuck it, let's do a video. And I'm going to post it. I did this quick video welcoming her to my city. And I posted it. And that's it. I don't know how long we've gone for now. Meaning how many episodes, 12, 13, 14. But this is a show now. This is a community, and this is a show now. We truly have a show. We are viral. I don't like infamy, but we've hit it. I like to be lauded, and we have been lauded. Let's stay together as a great community. I promise you truth and honesty every single day and real insight into my life. And I appreciate you joining me for this candid chat. That's the end of the episodes. If you have great questions, I will take them. Thank you. You may say Keir Starmer is a joke. He's still a prime minister. You mean? Unless you're a previous prime minister or you're government leader, I don't think you can question that. Yeah, I just finished the suit behind me, this one here. I have to ship it out tomorrow. I don't know any of the stuff that you guys talking about. Christina Mercury, I haven't heard from you in a long time. I make women's clothing every day. You can rewatch the episode. I think today's episode was the best episode ever. Bradley Kelly, that kind of stuff, you have to make it happen for me. You're not going to just pick up and come to London and stuff. You got to make something happen for me, bro. I thought today was great, Danielle. I thought today was our best show ever. And I'd gladly take questions, but I don't think there are any questions, so maybe I'll just say some goodbyes. So, Logan, you enjoying me lately, huh, buddy? Lisa and Danielle, I appreciate all your help. I don't mind horizontal or vertical buttonholes on shirts. It doesn't bother me at all. And if you prefer one or the other, you just got to request it from me. And that's pretty much it. Okay. I don't think we're getting anything from Instagram, so we're going to say bye to Instagram first. And if you actually want to continue talking to me, you can jump onto YouTube or TikTok. What is it to make events with my dad? My dad fucking hates me. HKNIV, have you just joined? I'm logging out here now. Come on to TikTok.